it all comes down to my client that was here yesterday who make adjustments. These people who shoot in my space,
Yeah, nice space.
I don't mind, but I'd be looking like something's off. Something looks odd over here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is my coffee pot on the piano?
Are they not allowed to move stuff?
Yeah, but I'd say just if you're gonna move it, just put it back.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You'll do it.
Yeah, I know. It comes down to that every single time.
You'll do it, and I paid you for you to do it.
Yeah.
That's what my
I need hidden fees.
Mm-hmm.
I need to hit them with a bunch of. If you don't fail to reset,
you didn't read the fine print.
Let me tell you what these do. Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I have to charge the way I charge. Mm-hmm. I say $70 an hour. Mm-hmm. That's for a 4-hour minimum. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people try to come in for an hour, and that's just a waste of time.
Right.
So when they come in for an hour, I say it's gonna be $100 an hour. I'm gonna have to punish you for wasting my time for coming in and then leaving within an hour, right? Mm-hmm. People who are new to production thinks they can shoot a whole podcast and then reset, leave, and pack up, and But I was like, no, I gotta charge overtime fees. Mm-hmm. So this one time, this dude said, I'm gonna do a cooking show. Mm-hmm. In my head, I said, all you need is an hour? That's all we need. All we doing is making...
No idea what they're talking about.
God.
No idea what he's talking about.
No idea.
Yeah.
So when he comes in...
I'm just making noodles.
Yeah.
Ramen
And
noodles.
when I tell you the things that he cooked, there's no... So what happened was... an hour in, he said, hey, yeah, bro, you're right. We're going to go over another hour. So I said, okay, cool. Just remind yourself that it's going to be overtime fees. He said, what's that? It's time and a half. Cool. When I tell you he tried to bribe me with food, and we left you a plate. We left you a plate. I'm like, that has nothing to do.
Yeah, that's great. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Where you going to send this?
And when I tell you they use my pots and pans, which I don't care, they left everything out. They left spaghetti, those mashed potatoes, it's like a steak and like some sort of like peas or something like that. And it was just all on the stove. And they just did like a quick little cooking show, and they just left it we don't have to clean it up because it's for you.
It's for you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to have to charge you, bro. I'm going to have to charge you.
Do you keep their card on file or something like
that? If you go through PeerSpace, yeah. PeerSpace, you can kind of charge them through their system. Mm-hmm. But sucks with PeerSpace is they get their cut too.
Sure.
I hate that they are the liaison, but at the same time they protect you from
that.
Right. Because niggas like, I'm not paying you a goddamn thing. But please, that's why I don't like working with people through like direct payment.
Yeah.
Because they can just be like, I'm not leaving until 3 p.m. It's like, but you only supposed to schedule till 9 a.m. I'm gonna stay in for another 12 hours, and what you gonna do about it?
You trespassing at that point, ain't you?
Yeah. But now you got to get authorities, and it's like
Hey, Dion, you just show up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time to go.
Yeah.
I'm 6'4".
I'm ruining your shoot.
Just keep walking, sit in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn the power off.
Mm-hmm. When I tell you, like, I have access to my location. Mm-hmm. I can watch through cameras. I can watch them through my cameras. Mm-hmm. When I tell you they were so unprepared, they had my books stacked up on the counter as a tripod.
Wow.
As a tripod.
What did they think they were gonna do? You know what though? Here's a good thing. This is what I appreciate about just doing.
Yeah.
Because they learned a lot that day about production.
Yeah.
Right? They learned a crash course lesson is like, damn, we need a tripod next time. Did they have lights or they use your lights?
They use my lights.
Okay.
I give them grace with that.
Did they hit you? Do you have a tripod?
Yeah, of course. As soon as they called me and said, "Hey, do you have a tripod?" I said, "No." He said, "You ain't got like a small one?" I'm like, in my head, like, I do, but I'm not gonna come back to hand it off to you. And then he called and said, "Hey, what's the Wi-Fi?" And I said, "It's on the in the kitchen. You see the sign on it." He said, "Yeah, we tried. It didn't work." I said, "It's cap sensitive, case sensitive." Mm-hmm. And then he was like, "What's that mean?" And my head was like, "Dude, you're young. You should know what that mean? So I was like, do it exactly how you see it, and then turn the little eye thing on so you can make sure it's the same thing. And he's like, oh, okay, I didn't add the @ symbol. And I said, and then like I get notifications when people go on my Wi-Fi, like, new look, it's it. Okay, we figured it out. I was like, yeah, I know.
I got you.
Yeah.
They have no idea the whole time. You're just like, you idiot.
Idiots, dude. You know, when people are idiots, you have to play this little game of like, that's interesting. Let me try something on my end. It's like, oh, have you tried this?
I think about that too when I'm doing something. I'm like, yeah, I need help here. They're like, okay, well, let me try this. Okay, hey, why don't you do this? We just looked at this. Oh, that worked. I'm sure that you fucking
Yeah.
That worked? Okay, I'm glad we could help you.
Yeah,
Dumbass.
he was so adamant on like, can we go to your router and just reset it? I was like, no, you're not going to go.
Where's your router even at?
It's in the backpack.
No.
In my closet.
Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Hey, dog, it's time for y'all to leave.
Yeah. It's just, when I tell you, left everything out, and it pissed me off because an hour after that, I had another client. Mm-hmm. He was just like, I don't give a damn. You got an hour to fix this.
You're like, I gotta wash dishes.
Yeah, yeah, and the smell of steak and potatoes and it was
New client comes in like, what you cooking?
Yeah,
a cooking show is dope though.
Yeah,
you know what we should do?
What? Do the podcast over there?
No, no. But I was gonna say this. I was gonna do this solo, but it's probably better if we do it. I saved all those videos from that food chat. You know what I mean? For the Instagram food chat. I saved all those.
Oh, yeah.
I saved all those videos, and I was just going to do a reaction video to all those foods.
Oh, that's dope.
But then I was like, I should do it with Dion so we could just keep growing Lacroni and Chaz.
Oh, you're talking about from the group? Food group.
Because then if we do that, it's just more content. So I started So it's not, nothing's up yet. There is a YouTube channel for Lacroni and Chaz now, but it's not like active yet because I got to post everything. But I just saved all these, and I was just like, if me and you just go through a bunch, and then like there's a longer form video. I don't know why I'm saying this on a podcast, but there's a longer form video that we'll do something from 5 to 8 minutes, and then we'll do the shorts of those, and then we'll put all those up, and then we can also put those up individually on our own channels. What I realized about YouTube or the internet is that it's so big. The internet is vast. It's like the universe. We don't know how far it expands, right? So I saw somebody, he was putting up his podcast, and he had a whole separate page for his shorts, right? And so then he had a separate page for clips and a separate page for shorts. So out of his one podcast, he had 3 separate channels, right? Out of that one thing. Crazy. And they never intersected. He was like, some people never even see the full thing. They have to come over and find it. He's like, but some people just watch this and just watch that. But the internet's so big, you can keep posting off of your own stuff and people will find it. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Right.
Because for one channel to find everything, it's like, maybe. And then if you do different things, you know, so I was like, if we did have a whole food reaction thing by itself, it can live on its own. I was like,
yeah, I have a video that it is like, I think it's like 16 million. It's a short.
16 million?
Million.
What's the video of?
Real quick, just a story about me and my cousin, and it just real quick, like, I can't believe this happened. This, and then
Boom. How many followers you get from it? Subscribers?
I mean, they pop up every now and then. But
Yeah.
it's a short. Nobody's not gonna. Ooh, I want to follow more.
That's what I did. I had one that did 100,000, and that's what helped my YouTube get a big jump because I think like 300 subscribers came from that, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then it started building from there.
Yeah.
So then I was like, yeah, and then we have more than enough shorts, and like there's so much material to fill for the actual Lacroni and Chaz YouTube page.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's nothing is on there, but if you guys do want to head over there, it will be more stuff. So I'm putting everything up now. It's a lot.
Mario was out of control. Man.
Hawk-Tuah. Yeah.
Cooking chat.
We did a lot of Hawk-Tuah jokes yesterday on Daddy Issues.
Oh yeah.
Here we're talking about like you can't feel bad for a girl who she's kind of blowing up off of that, right? It's the 15 minutes of fame or whatever it is.
15 minutes.
I don't think it's been. What has she done? I haven't seen her do anything else. You know who's killing?
Who?
That dude, the No Neck J dude.
Really?
He's killing. I've seen him more than anything.
Wow.
After that one where they popped his balloons, he's got real personality.
Yeah.
So does a Hawk-Tuah girl. I'm like,
she has a personality?
Yeah, because even when she was seeing that whole interview, she was like, yeah, man, you got it. Go spell on that thing. You know what I'm saying? But even before that, She had a lot of good energy. She had a lot of good. So I don't know what she looks like in Ella, but I've seen that No Neck J dude on other people's podcasts. I've seen him on like other people's streams and stuff like that. He's just funny, bro. He's just a funny dude, and he leans into it.
Yeah.
He ain't being like, "What you mean?"
Right.
He just leans into it.
I just hate that this is going to be his thing now.
Hey man, I can see that dude on a network show, and like he could be on a Office type of show, or like what was the other one they did? The with Amy Poehler, whatever that show was. It was a spinoff kind of The Office.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec. When you have weird spectacle characters like that, you can put them anywhere.
Right, but not to write an entire show.
He can't be a lead, but he can have a role.
Right.
He can't be some workout when they did that show Superstore or whatever it was. He could definitely be an employee.
Right.
Or make him I'm like that's a person you can put anywhere in the world and you're gonna have a quick laugh.
That is 100% for Hollywood's gang, not his. So
He'll make some money.
Once they Hawk-Tuah and spit him out, he's gonna be like, "Where's my success now?"
No, bro, but now you're in the world where he has enough personality. He can do a stream. I bet you his YouTube, and I bet you all that shit's blowing up.
Let me tell you something. Do you remember the original no neck that his head went from here to here? He kept going to jail.
Yeah.
That.
But he's an idiot. He kept going to jail. We saw those off of mugshots.
Yeah, and then the dude with the long neck.
Didn't they fight or something like that?
Yes.
I swear they did. Like,
yeah, it was just like this is their legacy now.
But now you don't have to have freak shows. Those are freak shows, right? But now I'm like, if you have a real personality, you can make your own thing online. That dude is actually funny. I would actually follow that dude. I haven't yet. I don't know his name outside of No Neck J, but that's a dude I actually go like, oh, he's actually legit funny just being himself.
Some therapist can come to him like, are you happy? It's like, I know we're making fun of you for our expense. It's like
he can't. I'm not happy at all.
Be honest with us. Are you happy with us making fun of you? Yeah, of course.
Yes. Man, you gotta hear that your whole life, bro. It ain't nothing new now.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing new now. You
just like
it's
just like as a comedian, like I do make fun of myself on stage.
Yeah.
But when you off stage and people still making fun, it's like, all right, dude, what you doing? I enjoy making fun of myself. I don't need you to contribute.
When somebody goes deeper on the joke you made about yourself, you're like, yeah, man, I'm fat and round. It's crazy.
Just
Somebody
like
go, look at this fat and round like a basketball.
Hey.
No, we good, man. Look at this little pocket size.
What are we doing?
You look like one of those Porto mashed potato balls.
Okay, dude, you chill out, man. You look like a grocery bag full of ground beef. All right, dude, that was a lot. Okay, that was very specific.
All right. Yeah, okay, thanks. All right, I'll see you guys later. So I don't go out anymore. Okay, put them on a network show. There it is. Such a tongue twister. No neck. What? Say that. No neck. Oh, no neck. Hilarious.
Parks and Neck.
Parks and Neck is hilarious. Yeah, man. It's been a while since I've seen you, Dion.
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks.
It has, bro.
Two
you
or
like
three.
You dropping weight, homie.
Actually, we did a shoot yesterday. I know. I felt it. I know I gained some weight on that set.
On the set?
Man, we did a 17-hour day. We did a 15-hour day. And then they'll just bring in pizza. My willpower's gone. Once we're at midnight, I don't know.
Yeah.
I turn into the gremlin.
Right.
Hey, Chaz, you're eating a human. Whatever.
Speaking of eating humans.
Okay. Great segue.
Yeah. This is a lot to digest.
Okay.
Pause. Pun intended. Sausage Party. This is getting worse and worse.
The movie?
Yes.
I never seen it.
So, 2017, Sausage Party came out.
Okay.
And great movie. Very dark, very sexual, lots of food puns. I don't know who the audience is for because it's white, drunk people humor, right? So it's a bunch of
grown-up frat humor.
Right, for sure. It's a bunch of fun, hysterical. We gonna revolutionize the human. We are more than just food, sort of thing. Now they have, so it's a good movie. Now they have a sequel, which is a series.
Okay.
Great premise. I'm gonna give you a little bit of it.
Okay.
They have took over the grocery store, the food people.
Okay.
This is
the food itself.
the food itself. It took over the grocery store. Now we can go out in the streets.
Okay.
And live our life and not be confined to the grocery store.
Can they talk to people?
Yes and no. The way they can is they slap them with bath salts. The fool can talk. So now they can talk to them like that. Okay. So that's how they figure out a loophole to talk to humans.
Okay.
So what happened is, this is the story of the second one.
So people are just high.
Yeah, talk to the food.
Okay.
So
this happened to Seth Rogen, clearly.
Yeah.
He was high of bath salts and the food started talking.
Stop talking to it. The sequel is, the premise is, okay, now we can live life, but obviously it's raining. Oh, we don't know what this is. Why is the roof leaking? Like, we need a human to help us stop this. They don't know what this is because they obviously been inside the entire time. So let's find us a human. What's happening? It's like, what's happening up there? It's like, oh, that's rain. It's unpredictable. It can happen anytime. So I suggest you guys find shelter. And he was like, okay, cool. Now we about to kill you. It's like, what you gonna kill me for? I'm giving you help. I'm helping you. And then it was
why
like,
are they killing the humans?
Because it's like, we tired of you eating us. It's kind of like, it's a slavery pun.
Okay.
This
is the food revolution.
Yeah,
I got you.
And so it's like we can live on our own.
This is the Nat Turner of
exactly. So it's like, it's a great analogy.
Okay.
And then obviously still birds. Birds are eating that food. It's like, hey, what is these? They was like, those are birds. What you need is like a scarecrow to scare them away. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna kill you. And it's like, hey man, this dude is helping us out, man. Like, should we keep him around? He's like, yeah, because other things can happen. So now it's like, no, we should kill him. And he was like, so now it's like a split between the food, like, should we keep him alive or kill him? See what I'm saying? So now
we're in the Civil War.
Yeah. So like, but it's also, there's an orange that is wild of like, so their currency was teeth, humans' teeth. When I tell you, it's brilliant. Cause it's like, so now we're using humans' teeth as currency. So they was like, oh, I like that shop over there. So now they're doing like this whole like real estate thing. This is my shop. If you want to live here, you have to pay me 7 teeth. Like that. So I'm saying? So now they're like using like not like non-perishables to rich people because they don't need to be refrigerated and stuff.
Okay.
And then like bananas and like milk. It's like they're using them as in like the poor people as in like, y'all need to be in here. So steal teeth to get in here. So I'm saying, so now it's like
they got rotten bananas.
Yeah. So
like
now,
crackheads.
Notice this is an orange. And now it's like, he has the Donald Trump hair. And his name is Julius, by the way. So it's a twofer, Orange Julius, but also Julius Caesar. So when I say it's a bunch of...
This sounds super stupid.
That's what I'm saying. It's stupid, but it's hysterical. It's dark, and I don't promote it. But at the same time, I was like, damn it, that was great writing right there. Great puns. Like, of course, their music performances, all foods, like the meatloaf, the cranberries.
This sounds terrible.
When I tell you, you watch it like this. Good. That was good.
It sounds like a terrible idea.
It's definitely terrible. But when I tell you, it's a great message.
What's the message?
It's a parallel message of how black people got freed.
But it's made by all white people.
Yes, man. That bothered you?
Well, because then it's not the message. It's just like, this is what all these movies do. Like I, Robot. It's just like, let's use slavery. It's the same. All those shows. There was the one. It was a puppet. What was it called? There was this puppet detective and the Happy Time Murder, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. In their world, puppets were second-class citizens.
Right.
There's literally a scene where the puppet gets torn up by police dogs.
Yeah.
And I was just like, we're no longer ingenious stuff. We're just taking slave stuff.
Yeah.
This is it. I've seen that how many different times. It's like, well, let's just use slavery.
Yeah.
And that's the people's reference points. For nothing that has anything, that doesn't help anybody. What's the story? What is it? Who is it helping? What if someone's like, you know what? After seeing how this banana's treated, we've been treating black people wrong.
Yes. If you enjoy, if an ignorant white person who is so,
you think this is gonna make them?
If someone says you do realize this, oh, now I see how and why black people feel this way. Sometimes you got to get a different analogy.
You think a white person is gonna see Sausage Party and be like, you know what? We've been treating black people wrong
I
this whole time.
I don't know how you made this into this is not.
You're the one who said this is a reference.
It's a great analogy. It's a great analogy. That's what I say. I don't even know who to sell it to. Because, like I said, it's
frat white people who don't care.
It's one of those movies of a lot of fun puns. I promise you're gonna laugh. I promise you're gonna laugh. It's very dark. It's a lot of sex.
It sounds like dumb frat humor.
Yeah,
the same of like, name a Seth Rogen movie.
Yeah.
Any one of those.
Neighbors. Yeah, it's along those lines.
Sounds dumb though.
All right.
But like, I love Dodgeball. Dodgeball is dumb silly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm not against dumb funny movies. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan.
But at the same time, without me revealing the analogy, it's still a funny movie. That's the analogy. I gave you the analogy first versus telling you the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I just told you the story, it would
still just sound dumb though. I was still like, this is a dumb idea. But dumb ideas do well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that is bad. I just go like, this sounds. And the more you said about it, I go like, oh boy, this is getting worse.
Yeah, I was really on the lines of how are they gonna make this into a series?
You like puns more than I do, though.
Well,
you're a big. If you see a good pun, you're gonna stand up, do the slow clap.
Well, here's the thing: when you can drag puns for an entire movie, you really was writing your ass off. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, and created a whole world. If you sit back and be like, wait a second, this is a animated movie about food, talking, and don't want to be taken advantage of from humans. Just suspend the.
Sure, I'm with you. Once the world is created, we're here.
Yeah,
which is more than fine. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
You create every world. I love it. Because I'll talk about something that's ridiculous, and they were like, no, this whole thing is fake. I was like, no, but the rules, like, so I got beef with a lot of these new Star Wars movies. Because people are like, dude, this is science fiction. I go, no, there's rules already set in this world. Right. Now we're going outside these rules. Yeah. And now it's no longer real.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, if we have a world with talking food, great. Mm-hmm. Great. Wonderful.
Yeah. You see the movie Strays?
No. That was with Jamie Foxx and Will Ferrell also.
I
believe.
Right. I think people get upset because this is a dog talking movie. Mm-hmm. And it's like I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I thought it was funny. Mm-hmm. People get pissed off because it's masked in the way of a child's movie. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's rated R.
Yeah. And
it's like, what the hell is happening? I'm expecting to see cats and dogs. Like this fun, hero underdog movie. And it's like, it's not digested easily.
Yeah.
Like it's toting the lines of having like a religion movie, and it's like, hey man, you kind of being blasphemous a little bit. It's you talking about Jesus was gay. Hey man, don't play with that, man. Yeah. And it's like, but it's like, yes. Don't play with that, but at the same time, if you had like actual scripture, I'm just creating this right now, real time. Mm-hmm. If you had actual scriptures, like this line could be taken out of context. I get it.
You think one of the 12 disciples was like, "Hey, Jesus, pause." Thanks, Peter.
Yeah, people. It's hard for people to actually laugh at something. It's like, hey man,
it's very hard for people. People are mad at the Book of Clarence.
Right?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Book of Clarence.
Yeah, the people were mad at the Book of Clarence, and like I remember once I did this joke. About Jesus, and before I even started, somebody was like, "Be careful," and I was like, "Hey, I'm a professional. Let me do the joke." And then afterwards, she was like, "Oh, that was good. Shut the fuck up."
And then I struck her
because Jesus told me to. With Sausage Party, a lot of skits like Life. Was it, Dion, or was it a full story? Was it a bunch of sketches?
Definitely a bunch of sketches for sure. Bunch of sketches.
I used to do this joke where it doesn't work anymore because Maury is not around. But I used to do this joke where I said, "Ooh, let me see if I can find." I remember Jamar neighbors used to love this joke. I remember I would say, "We're all God's children, but we're like the bad kids, like those bad kids on Maury, right?" So we're like those bad kids on Maury, and God's like, "I can't control humanity, Maury. Humanity's out of control. I don't know what to do." And then it's like, you go to the kid, and the humanity's like, "I don't care. I do what I want to do. God gave me free will, so I'm going to say what I want to say. Do what I want to do," something like that.
Oh, you're humanity. Gotcha.
God, yeah, we're humanity. We're the bad child is humanity. And God's just like, he's uncontrollable. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then they're always bringing that black drill sergeant. And I said that was Jesus when he came in. "This is how you treat to your mom. This is how you treat to your parents. This is how you like it."
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry. And then later on, they're like, "Well, ever since Jesus came, I've been really focused." Right?
Freaking
but now
brilliant.
that Maury is gone and those things are gone,
Yeah.
and this new generation doesn't have it, I was like,
You can say we need to bring back Maury. That's all you got to add. We got to bring back Maury, man, because this world's getting out of hand.
because once I started doing it and less people started getting relevance, I was like, because then Maury I don't think they even did that. It was just more of the who's the father thing.
Or you could just, I don't think it's just Maury. It was a lot of these shows.
When we say Maury, I'm not the father.
Right.
First thing that comes. But it started being like all Maury did was, who's the
Right.
father? Who's the father? And it just created such a big distance. But those used to happen a lot more, Ricky. Like they also do those shows. And then that uncontrollable kid just started going away.
Well, it's Dr. Phil. He does that for Dr. Phil.
Does he?
That's where the Catch Me Outside girl came from.
Dr. Phil?
Yeah. Catch Me Outside, how about that? But also you can say we need more of those shows, man, where they used to discipline those kids, man. You can go that direction and just do a whole little example. Y'all remember those shows when they used to do like this?
Now it seems like it's not going to work. Now I'm scared to do it. Because I saw it not working. I remember it used to kill, and then it slowly stopped hitting the sand. I was like,
You got to set it up differently.
Oh,
Set it up
it's
differently.
going away. This is a long time ago, though. This is also 12 years ago. I used to do this big. But I always thought, like, oh, this is genius. I felt like I was the first person to do a church online joke. I think I was the first person to do a church online joke. Then I started seeing bigger people do it, and I was like,
Yeah.
Chris Rock told me to keep that joke.
Really?
I saw him
What,
at
the
comedy
Murray
store.
joke?
No, the church online. I was like, he used to log in with Jesus. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think it's funny because like the kids be sitting there like, and he's like, Jesus be in your face like,
Oh, it was, y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me. That's how humanity would come out. Y'all don't know me. Whatever.
yeah. And then you seeing these people go into like a Bible study, like a hidden camera. Did I die for your sins?
They try to be tough, and then they just
Yeah.
break. She gave you life. She brought you into this world. Give you
3
everything.
days. 3 days, huh? You little infidel. You little Jew and Gentile.
I always wanted to do it as a sketch, and I was always like, dang, how would I have humanity look? I was like just a globe, somebody in a globe, some bad kid in a globe
Yeah, that's
suit.
funny, dude.
Yeah, a lot of those stuff now, a lot of old jokes, I go like, let's make this a sketch now.
Yeah.
It's no longer.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an ad coming in. Look at that.
Where?
It says ads will return shortly for some viewers. Will run shortly for some viewers. Oh,
Well, we got to get that money up, homie.
it's like 4
With that being
cents.
said, for them, I want you to be a part of this right here.
Okay.
California is first state on banned school rules requiring parents get notified of child's pronoun change.
Okay, hold on. California is the first state to ban school rules requiring parents get notified of child's pronoun. Huh?
Let me break it down to you.
Okay.
So, this is, say for instance, your child has now identified as a male. The teacher's not required to tell you, hey, you do realize that your once daughter is now identifying as a boy at my school. They're not required to tell you that
Okay.
because they feel like it is protecting the child from being abused at home.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So, if my kid comes to school as a girl, goes from home as a girl and is a boy at school and comes back as a girl,
Yeah.
then, huh? Then what? Then what does that mean? Then the teacher just doesn't have to say?
It means as in like, hey, I see what you're doing. You putting on your hoodie and your beanie on.
You put your mustache on.
Yeah, it's just like, listen, I'm not required to tell your parents that you now are a male, and you go home, you are a female.
I feel like this is a non-issue.
You don't think it's a problem?
I don't think it's. I feel like them even banning this. None of this. I should have never seen this article. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh man, we're banning the requirement, having to tell your parent that this person's different at school.
No,
and it's like,
not.
Right, but the teachers are like, oh, I don't have to tell the parents now.
I want my teacher to tell me this.
Yeah.
I want my teacher. Hey, if.
But how aloof are these parents?
So you actually are fine with.
No. I just go by the time that my child is changing sex at school, I'm this oblivious to what's happening.
Yeah,
like we're going the whole school year, and I'm like, wait, no one told me my daughter was a dude at school.
Because it could be like, hey, you wearing these hoodies and blah, you got to chill with us, man. You can't be doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's already scared of you because you've already voiced your opinion on it. So the only time I can do this is at school now. So if you already voiced your opinion on if she should change genders or not.
So this is to protect the kid from parents. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you think it's cool? Or you don't care? So I get the abuse.
It sounds like a parent issue more than a school issue, but
because I want my parent to tell me.
Your teacher.
I want my teacher to tell me like, hey, this is happening at school, and I don't know how
because I'm like, well, how many parents? What was happening to these kids that their parents were going off on these kids? That the teachers like, it's a safe place here for you to be who you want to be. Is that what's happening?
That's what they want. Because
I'm trying to care about this.
You don't care?
No.
So you actually are fine with the teacher keeping this?
If this is what's happening, I've done a terrible job as a parent.
Yeah.
I've done a terrible job. If my daughter can't come to me and tell me that she's wants to be some kind of boy male, I've already ruined our relationship. I've already done something horribly wrong that this kid won't trust me with this. Mm-hmm. Like they had to hide it every day. I'm like, I'm picking you up from school. Am I taking you to school? You got to literally transform.
Yeah.
That's what about sporting events? Am I like, you're gonna be different now if I take you to basketball practice, and then now you're gonna be like, hey guys, listen, I gotta be a girl because my dad's like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? This seems like a horrible parent. It seems like this is gonna affect 7 people.
Only affect 7 people?
Because I'm not saying there's only 7 transgenders, but I'm like, how many parents? And also, I'm thinking from complete ignorance. I have no idea, 0 idea how big this is. Mm-hmm. But to me, I go like, this is a horrible parent issue more so than.
So you think
me wondering about the teacher? Like, why didn't they tell me?
So if your child all of a sudden starts to come home, like with yellow makeup on, like it's just like, what are you doing? Oh darn, I forgot to wash my face. I'm like, what's happening? Nothing. And it's like, hey teacher, what's going on with my child?
If you're coming home with yellow makeup on, the answer isn't nothing. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me ask the teacher after this. How you coming with yellow makeup? Oh, never mind. What do you mean, never mind? How are we just gonna? Oh, okay. Let me go. No, what is happening?
Yeah, it's like we're not allowed to tell you.
Last night, Izzy washed her face with something. Right? She came back. She had all this white stuff on her face, up on her forehead, and on her hair. And I was like, Izzy, what's on your head? Nothing. So, okay, Izzy, look in the mirror. There's white stuff here. What is it? I don't know. Okay. Let's go wash it off. I go in the bathroom. She was like, I was just washing my face. I go, what did you use to wash your face? I don't know, Izzy. There's 3 products on this, right? Yeah. Here's the water that you use to clean up.
Right.
Which thing did you use? And she uses lotion. I was like, you were trying to put lotion on your face? Yeah. Okay. Now my daughter's 5. Yeah. I go, why didn't you tell me that? Because I don't know. They're 5. She's 5. I'm assuming these kids are older. But I'm not just gonna be like, well, she doesn't know, so I guess I'll ask her teacher tomorrow.
But at the same time, why couldn't she answer the first time? You're doing a job as a parent.
Because I go like, kids are getting scared that they're in trouble, right? Right. So I showed her there's nothing to be afraid of. Right. You're not in trouble.
Right.
I just need to know what put in your hair so we can make sure your hair don't fall out.
But why didn't she tell you the first time?
Because kids lie. because they're afraid to get in trouble, which is fine.
Yeah.
So I don't just ignore it. I go like, okay, well, let's everything's fine. You're not in trouble. I need to know what's in your hair.
But I would say, obviously, this is minor, minuscule.
This is very minor.
So imagine her changing entire genders.
Right.
So
I
she
would
lied
also
to you several times about
But the
washing
same
her
thing
face.
happens. You're not in trouble. I need to know what's happening.
Yeah, I've heard this before, Dad.
But I prove it. Izzy rarely gets in trouble with me. I don't raise my voice at her. Right, with me. Exactly. With me. Right? We have a different connection. I'm like, we're not in trouble. But I also want her to know, you can tell me anything. It's a safe place. I'm not going to blow up at you. She needs to know that it's a safe place for her to tell me stuff because when something actually does happen, I don't want her hiding it, right? I can't go off. You were out doing what? And then she's really going to want to hide stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but it starts now.
Right.
Like, you're not in trouble. Just tell me what. I just need to know what.
Especially in the black neighborhood, black household, it's like, man, you better not come on with all that gay black neighborhoods. When you start being gay, man, you not. And it's like, man, I gotta hide this from my parents.
I wonder if it's
family.
changing. Is it changing?
Now, yes, I'm sure, but like even like Lil Boosie, he does not play about homosexuality.
Little Boosie's an idiot.
But also, you say, is it changing? But it's 2024. He's still standing behind that.
But he's also an idiot.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who are endorse what he's saying. Like, tell him, Lil Boosie, you one of the few ones here. Obviously, if everybody was against him, he wouldn't keep doing it.
Yeah.
They going crazy in the comments.
Oh, you're talking about, all right. But what if their classmates refer to them as another gender when they see them outside of school? Right. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Right, Chaz, I don't know what I said. Relieves the teachers of the obligation to tell the parents, but it doesn't say that the teachers cannot tell the parents, right? It's making a messy situation messier, low-key. Not in California, it's banned. My daughter's a teacher. Some of these parents don't even know their kids' life, right? Oh, don't even know their kids' lie. You gotta know kids' lie. You gotta know your kids' lie. Kids gonna lie.
Yeah.
Kids gonna lie about something small. You're like, you even have to lie about this. Why'd you even lie about this?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no reason to lie, and kids gonna lie. I was like, what did you think was gonna happen? I don't. It's just a lot of, I don't know. Something happens, they don't know what to do. You be like, all right. Yeah. I had to learn that. Like, I stopped trying to berate her on like if she lies. I just be like, you're safe, dude, because I don't know why you're lying. You're scared of something.
Right.
I was like, this is a non-issue. You can tell me this. From what I've read, it's banned to make policy requiring teachers to tell parents, right? But some parents are raging bigots, and there's nothing you can do to change that, right? Because kids are big liars, and they push boundaries, for sure.
So yesterday, I'm with my child, and it bothered me because I was like, "Oh, I gotta teach her how to speak, just talk, without making it into an argument." And a very simple question. We're watching the new Descendants, right? Are you familiar with this?
Only because you and your daughters. It's the villains kids show, right? Something like that.
Yeah, we're watching Descendants. There's a fourth one out, a whole new cast. As a tribute, one of the people died on the show, Cameron something. He died. So I was like, and I paused it because they did like a little picture tribute for him. Paused and I said, did they kill him off on the movie? She's like, yes, Dad. He's dead in real life. And I was like, okay, hold on. What are we doing?
Came in a little hot.
What are we doing? I was like, all I'm asking is, did they kill him off in the movie? He's dead. He is no longer alive. I'm like, why are you yelling? You making this into a big deal, Dad. You know, how would they not kill him off? I was like, you're not even listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You watch Fast and the Furious. Paul Walker died in real life. He didn't die in the franchise.
Right.
He just went to a different place in this universe. I'm asking you, she does the whole time she's doing this face like, why aren't you not getting what I'm saying? He can't be in the movie. she's doing this like face. I was like, what is this face about? Because you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not even listening to what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, Mom, can you please explain? And I was just like, what's happening here?
You know what I do is if she gets loud, I go like, hey, I'm right here.
Yeah.
You talk to me right here.
Right.
I don't know why we're going anywhere else. I was like, match my energy, not whatever you think is happening.
I don't, because I think is they get so used to talking to, well, not your daughter yet.
Right.
She don't have friends like that, but she's
Right.
on the phone.
Right.
She's playing video games.
Right.
So she's yelling. She's
Yeah.
screaming. She gets that sort of power that
Yeah,
I'm telling you what to do. And I like, you really can't break through the fact that I'm trying to like just switch the narrative a little bit. Like, oh, I see what you're saying, Dad. I don't know.
Even if you don't see what I'm saying, you bring all that down.
Hell, man.
Bring
it
all that down,
dude. Bring it down, man.
You're way too hype about this.
Yeah.
We're right here.
Yeah, and you know, like when you see somebody's like reaction and his expressions, it kind of pisses you off because it's like, what are we doing? It kind of forces you to argue back with them. Like if you talk to me, I'm like this.
I'm like, hey, dog, what is?
And now by you saying that, it's making them more. What do you?
Then I gotta ask, what are you feeling inside? What is happening that I don't understand what you're going through? What are you feeling?
I am getting pissed because I was like, you're blowing this out of proportion.
Yeah. Oh, I put my headphones on. Hopefully
Idiot. She said, a kid that doesn't listen, unwind it, yo. Yank it. Do y'all get mad when your kid seem like reflection of yourself? I know when my nephew does something I do, I'd be like, dang. Yeah, I in the middle of me and my oldest argument, I said, yep, this is my karma. And then she's like, what? And I was like, listen, I did the same thing what you're doing to me right now. Because she's great at flipping the narrative or just kind of taking a part that helps her position and she'll ride that. Yeah. So if I'm like, this is the issue, but she's like, but what about the stem of the apple? And I'm like, talking about the apple. Why is the stem still connected to the tree? I'm like, we're talking about the apple. No, let's get to the stem. I was like, oh, yeah, you're playing this game.
I give like 2 separate arguments.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish one.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the trick.
Yeah.
The only thing I see with Izzy is that she doesn't want to do something that she doesn't want to do, right? Which is 100%. Like, I don't want to do this. Nor am I going to spend time. I think it's stupid. So, but I already know this. I didn't have this. My parents just called me lazy. Right? You're being lazy. Da 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 da. You have no ambition. It was a lot of these. Like, I'm 7. I don't want to do homework. I'm not wild for this.
Right.
And then so for her, I really gotta like build stuff around it.
I thought you said belt.
No,
I got a belt.
So I got like
I was picturing you hit with like, I got a belt stuff around it. That's gonna be you.
Huh? You see this table? No, I just kind of like build stuff around it. So I make it like, not only is it just not homework, but I go like, oh, you're building so many. I always say you're building so many life skills. I was like, you know how much this is gonna pay off? That you can go around the world. You can better read in different languages. I was like, you're gonna be so cultured. Like I hype up the especially like and I try to get her to think long term. And I go like, 5 years from now, you don't see it now, but I'm big on that because. If you would have told me something to pay off as a kid, I'm like, that means nothing to me now. Right. This means, what do I care about 12 years from now?
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh my God, in the future, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. You're going to be an adult one day. And I always got to, but I know me. So I'm trying to anti-me now.
Yeah.
Because I go like, this is everything that held me back. One, to procrastinate. And I go like, hey, you don't have to do it all today. But we're going to work on this. We're going to do this part. Then we can go play. Then we can come back in this part. Right. And like just being on it, trying to build some kind of routine. Because she's got small focus.
Yeah.
Which is
and I think the issue with us parents is we tend to protect them from our trauma versus explaining to them where we went wrong. Versus like we're shielding them from like, don't go over here, don't go over here because this happened. Like, why? Versus like, hey, let me walk you through this path of my failures so you can do the opposite.
Same with her temper. Like Izzy's temper, I see it's mine. So I go like, okay, let's get ahead of this now. It's a long road, but I was like, let's get ahead of it now because I need her to say why she's feeling what she's feeling.
Right.
Because I need her to say it out loud.
Yeah.
I'm angry because, I'm frustrated because, I'm sad because. Then I was like, now we understand how to regulate our emotions.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, stop all that crying, fix your face. That does nothing.
Yeah.
to help people.
I do realize that both my children don't know how to speak because they talk to friends more than anything, which I don't mind because obviously this is a community of talking to your peers.
Right.
But if I'm like, hey, hop in the shower before we leave. What made you think I wasn't going to get in the shower? I'm just like, gosh, dude, why did you make this into a thing? I was like, don't make this into a I'm talking about you. Maybe because you're always on the defense with your friends of them, they jabbing you and roasting you, and it's like, why are you so prepared to jab back?
I think it's a woman thing.
Yeah,
I don't have any sons, neither do you, but I think women.
Don't tell me what to do.
Not only is it not telling me what to do, but I know. I think women are. I know.
I got it. I got it. Don't tell me.
I got it.
Yeah.
I don't need. I don't think they do it on purpose. I think it's because I had this convo yesterday with Janelle and this other lady about why it's harder for guys to communicate to women. And I was telling her that if I'm a guy and I said I think I don't feel heard, right? If I was like we were talking scenarios. I said if I feel like, hey, this is me as your husband, like I don't feel heard, and she was like, I hear you, and I said this is the issue. I can tell you everything you just said, and I go, here's the issue. Instead of just saying, oh, I didn't know you felt that way. Why do you feel that way?
Right.
You know what she said? Why do I have to ask that? I told you what I heard. And I go, now we're in a place where I don't feel heard. And then she's like, well, I ain't feeling a place I don't feel heard. So now I was like, great. Now we're in a place where if I say how I feel, I'm right? Now I'm telling you that I feel a certain way. Now I'm a bitch. You got even a whole voice with me. Well, I had to call to you. And I was like, now instead of just trying to figure out why I feel this way and pushing forward, we're here. Now we're arguing about how I feel. So when I say I don't feel heard, we're exactly why. And I was like, and she's just like, damn, I walked right into it. I was like, I know. Because I know. Because women on defensive, or you want to feel like I'm not wrong, or these other things. And I was like, I don't think it's consciously.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that men don't do it.
Right.
I'm just talking about my experience. This is what I see, but it's quick. Because even if I tell yo, like, I think this, and it's like, and it's like, why don't you just ask, like, why do you feel this way?
Right.
Where do we get this from? Instead of defending your position or defending, like, this makes me feel like I'm being irresponsible. This makes me feel like you're saying that I'm, because that's what I feel like it's heard. If you say hop in the shower, it's like, what makes you think I don't shower? It's like, what are you getting defensive? Well, no one's attacking you.
Right. This
is just you got a lot of stuff in your mind. This is a friendly reminder. We got to get this done.
Right.
What makes you think I'm not gonna get it? The only thing I remember is like, hey, we're not even here.
There was no other way to not argue with that, because in my head, in my truth, I was like, you stink, and before we leave, I want you to get in the shower.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, just make sure you hop in the shower before we head out.
Yeah.
And in her head was, she heard that, you stink. What made you think I wasn't getting in the shower? In my head, I was like, I just didn't want you to feel like you confident enough to walk up out of here smelling like Tuesday. Where these bugs come from, dude?
You're dirty, man.
I am.
You stink.
Well, that was a great punch. I think yesterday, the client, I know for sure.
I know you can blame the clients. This is exactly what happens, man. You know, it is not women. This is definitely.
They had a shoot. They had the window and the door open the whole entire time.
Anybody could came in and ransacked the spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a thing about being on the. I feel like men are more accountable earlier for being mistakes or whatever than women are earlier. I feel like women have a harder time admitting they're wrong and apologizing earlier.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. But I'm wondering, like, not saying that women don't play sports, but I remember, like, anytime I try to make an excuse in sports, I got dogged. And it was like, apologize and say you won't happen again. Yeah. I learned that from sports early on. And it was like, no excuses, no excuses. You got to look at yourself. Be accountable. That was a big thing in football. Be accountable. Why weren't, especially we watch game tape?
Yeah.
It was, why weren't you here? You're supposed to be here. Oh, because nothing. You got to be accountable. This is yours. Everybody's be accountable. I heard that word all the time.
Was that a rhetorical question you asked me? I was about to answer and you said.
I heard that word all the time. Moyo said, I hate the men and women debate. Ugh, I'm going to see my way out before I start yelling at that one.
She couldn't even write phone properly.
But here's the thing. There are differences between men and women. I think there's men and women been on this earth since the beginning of time together, right? Mm-hmm. And these issues still come up. They still come up today after thousands of years of cohabitation.
Right.
And it's like we should have been able to figure this out by now, right? And it's also like, there's individual stuff. There's people's traumas, right? But also, estrogen makes you think a certain way, and testosterone makes us think a certain way.
I agree.
And they don't necessarily mix. It is literally chemical. And so when we have to get over some of these emotional reactions, because men have our emotional reactions as well. It's not just women who go, oh, I'm hurt, get mad or start, like, men have those things. They might want to get defensive and start getting angry. They use anger as a way to make themselves stronger or bigger, whatever it is, right? It's all not doing the work, right? Not doing the work. So letting your emotions take over how you act or talk to somebody else, which is it's probably what your daughters are going through because they're young. Yeah. It's like everybody's still trying to figure it out. But I think that estrogen and testosterone just don't mix. We're just different reactions and from the beginning. And it's when it comes to relationships, you do have to have the grounds of like authority in the household of like roles. Who's going to be the head of household, or if it's going to be a mutual. If it's the woman going to be the head, man going to be the head. Who's going to make the decision when it comes to as a unit? We should make a decision who's going to help out with the children and stuff. Like as in like we come together, then we facilitate from there. What happens is when a woman gets a lot of power at work, school, and they are like the boss, the principal, the CEO. Sometimes they forget to turn it off. They come home. They come home to their also powerful husband, and then just like, hey, you forgot your role. Or it just could be like, in reverse, as in like, I ain't one of your little employees. Yeah. Like, hey. And that's what a lot of people bump heads. And, it's when it comes, it's another thing that's hard to turn off. And this is definitely going to be a hard left turn, is a go-getter. The person is like, I love money. I love to kind of go and get. I see something, I want it. And that's a hard thing to turn off when it comes to a man who loves women. And it's just like, I see, hey, ain't you married? Yeah, but I like that. And then this is how men start cheating and stuff, because it's like, I got to figure out a way how to get that the most. Well, a lot of people are married but not committed. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like if you a go getter, I'm just giving you the analogy of like a woman who's powerful at work or school, whatever, and then all of a sudden she's like, let me kind of bring it down. When only time I bring it down is when I'm at home. Yeah. And don't talk to my husband like that, because obviously I know he doesn't like that. Right. And then when it comes to like a go getter, it's like, I get this money, I got this job, I signed that deal, I signed that contract, I wrote that script, I wrote this and this, and you come home like, I gotta just stay faithful to my wife. I gotta kind of just, I got, this is my only go-getter right here. This is the only thing I gotta get. I think, hopefully you would want to come home to your wife, right? But those things start to happen when you go like, I'm just gonna sit in the car. I'm just gonna go off to find some more work. Those things get bad. I think. But I'm sorry. This also hold that thought. But what I'm saying is I heard this from Kevin Hart, and I'm not trying to bring his old mess back up. Right. And he said this when he got caught in the hotel situation. He was like, it's hard being a go-getter, and you see something, you want something, you tag on, you figure out, how can I make this house? How can I close this deal? How can I do this? And you see women out in public that's not showing you attention or not, giving you plays, like, I think I can figure out a way to get that just to see if I can get it, just to see if I can, because I know I can close this deal. Yeah. And it's like, you got to turn it off, man. Right. You got to know how to turn it off. Right. So I'm not just saying that it's just nowhere, because it's one of those skills like just a terrible analogy right here. Diddy is a huge go-getter, and besides his whole allegations, I remember he had said, when I want something, I will do whatever it takes to close this deal. I will pull in a resource. I will pull in a liaison. I will pull in somebody, and I will close these deals. He's like, I closed so many deals this year. I remember me on the Breakfast Club talking about this. He was like, this is how everyone needs to move. You got to figure out how to close deals every single time. If you can't
alley up to somebody else. All this is an analogy of like closing
Right,
deals,
right.
but at the same time, has nothing to do with anything.
I mean, just being that controlling is wild.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
you pass a part where you're a businessman, then you're controlling, and then like you gotta be the one that ego takes over. Like,
yeah,
so
that's what
much.
it is. That's what it is. Ego is 100% like because when you're a powerful person and someone says no, you be like,
Nobody tells me no.
let's figure out where did I go wrong.
And then they start thinking they own people.
Yeah.
You know, Diddy thought he owned Cassie.
For sure.
For sure.
And when you see some sort of success from other people, you kind of feel like you owe me now.
I did that for you.
I did that for you, homie.
How did you not name your son after me?
I don't have any kids.
Who else gave you the chance that I
Yeah,
gave you?
yeah. And that's why I think where Drake went wrong.
Why?
Drake, I did like a little deep dive on why does everybody hate Drake? Great business model. Listen to this, Chaz.
Okay.
Great business model. You might not agree, but think about the business versus the culture of it.
Okay.
Drake is Drake. 2014. He came out 2008, but now he's Big Drake, about 2014, second album, right?
Okay.
What he was doing was he was bringing up new talent. He kept bringing up new talent. Hey, it's Paul Simmons. And he made this person's album fire. This person's coming up. Oh, I like that song. Let me hop on the remix. And it blew up. He's seen a pattern here. These people are coming up, and I'll hop on their song as a remix, and I blow them up. He was like, listen, I'm not going to charge you for the feature. All I'm asking is for your next 2 or 3 albums, 2 or 3 tracks, I get the royalties of it.
Okay.
So I'm saying great business model.
Okay.
But at the same time, this is why people call him a colonizer. As in like you're hopping on these people's success as they're growing, and you're not even like once you leave them, you're not even like, hey, come back, come up. You're just riding these waves of these artists. So it's like at least like 20, 30 like old artists that.
I mean,
What'd you say? You think it's a good business model, or you think it's?
I would do it if I mean, not the business model, but if I was a young artist coming up and I had the hottest rapper to do a verse and he's like 2 or 3 royalties, I go, I can sacrifice
Right.
that because my life is about to change.
Right, but it's up to you to make those 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6
Right.
take off. The one that take off is like the Futures and the Little
Right.
Babies and they actually capitalize off of. But that nigga Block Boy J or the we going up on a Tuesday. Remember that nigga?
Yeah.
He gone. The other dude like shoo gone. But I'm saying like these go up and they just fall off. So like I said, it's a good business model. Like, damn it, Drake, you got exposed. And once
I'm not even mad at Drake for doing that. I go like, how much is a Drake feature?
it has to cost a lot.
Are you 6 figures?
It has to.
You probably get at least 50 grand.
For sure.
So if I ain't got 50 grand, then you going off the future or something I can make. I thank you. That's
Yeah.
a good deal.
Right. Well,
Like I don't have $50,000 for it.
Right. He just kept doing it. He also, that's why he was doing like the Jamaican songs and like the Bad Bunny songs and you know, over in Africa, he was just like, I'm going all around the world doing this with people.
It makes sense. It makes you a global star.
And this is what I'm saying. I was like,
I'm not mad at him at all.
I'm not mad at Drake, but because on my head I was like,
if
to
I'm an
other people,
artist, I'm saying thank you.
right?
Because I had nothing.
I feel bad because I got exposed.
It's a fast track to getting some success. When somebody hops on you, like what he's done for Sexy Red, I go like,
Yes. I forgot about Sexy Red.
There's no way she should be this popular.
Exactly. And what I'm telling people is he got exposed. And then it's like, who are you? What is your identity? You keep changing accents. You do like this little, you know, this British sound, this I'm hard. You got your street cred from blah, blah, blah. Like when Kendrick broke it down like that, I'm like,
I've never seen Drake with street cred. That seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
I guess this one. I mean, what? Well, I don't know an example of Drake being a tough guy. I don't know what he's even said to be like, oh, he's hard. You know.
Yeah. And like,
I do forget that he's. Sometimes I do forget he's from Canada.
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, you are from Canada. You are from Toronto. I forget.
Yeah.
J. Cole gave you a feature for free, no royalties, just kills you on the song and receives your respect. Yeah. I mean, if I ask J. Cole for a feature, but it's not like J. Cole and Drake are on the same lane popularity wise. I don't think it's close, honestly.
Right.
Like Drake is
Huge.
he's very huge,
Right.
you know. And then
Pause.
sure. And then Drake, I mean J. Cole is phenomenal. J. Cole's way loved, and I'm not a Drake fan. I think every Drake album is boring.
I agree.
Which I've stated multiple
I like
times.
him as a feature more than anything else.
When he raps on features, Drake be coming.
Pause.
Yes, thank you. I was just thinking that.
I like Big Sean more than I like the three of them. Sadly,
Not sadly.
because no
mad
one
at
gives
Sam.
Big Sean or Jordan Lucas their credit because it's just like
Jordan is it's funny. I was gonna say he's still kind of new, but he's not really new anymore.
that's
But
6 albums, yo.
but he's probably the least known out of them all.
For sure, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I actually can listen and hear it. Drake's albums are boring for sure. J. Cole, I don't never like his choruses.
Him
His
singing on
hooks.
it.
No, his hooks.
Yeah.
And this is like I like him as a feature. And Kendrick, that nigga is a science project. And once and the most Kendrick I've ever heard was those 4 songs he dropped because people dissected. And I was like, oh man, that was dope. Just a simple of should I kill him, y'all? He said, should I bleed him?
I ain't even bleed him yet.
I ain't even bleed him yet. Should I bleed him? Bet. So I'm just like, that was a smooth way of saying I haven't even heard him yet. Like he's
I haven't even
so
tried.
layered.
I haven't tried yet.
It's
I'm
so
just talking
layered,
right
man. But yeah, he's too hard to. I know if people hate me for saying this. He's just really hard to dissect.
Not really that hard to dissect at all.
It's very hard. Tell me what. Okay, we'll do this again.
No, we're not gonna do this again.
No,
we're not gonna do this again.
Just one more.
No, we're not doing this
One
again.
more.
Go listen to Good Kid, Mad City all the way
right.
through.
I will.
Because you haven't, so we're not gonna have this conversation. You're gonna not listen to his Pulitzer Prize winning album, and then talk to me about. Yeah, he's hard to dissect. My man won a Pulitzer
He
off his
screamed
album.
out, "My left stroke just went viral." What does that mean?
I thought he said my last stroke.
My left stroke just went viral.
It wasn't last.
No,
Are you sure?
look it up. My left stroke just. And he said, "Right stroke put a baby in a spiral." What does that mean?
I guess he's pumps. I don't know.
So he got a left stroke like this, and then the right stroke put a baby in the spiral, as in the canal.
I thought he said.
Last stroke.
It's funny when you ever hear a song and then you have the lyrics wrong your whole time, and you're like, "That's what he was saying." What song? There was a song.
To scream that out loud, and then be like, you want everybody to hear this, and just like, what does that mean? No one knows.
I thought it was last. For the
No
longest.
one knows
I never
what it
looked at the lyrics for it.
But it keeps the people going.
No, but you're talking about a different album, anyways. Go listen to Good Kid, Mad City all the way through. This
sure.
should have been done years ago. I don't know why that came out 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
We still have the same conversations about it.
All right. I'll listen to it.
It's
What I want you to do,
not gonna listen to it at all.
you gotta get up out of here. We do another episode?
You want to?
Nope.
You should.
It means the same as when 50 said, "My left stroke, death stroke. My left stroke, the death stroke." What does the left stroke mean?
Like you having a stroke?
But what's the left got to do anything? I can see if you say my stroke is the death stroke. But
I get the last stroke.
What does the left mean? How do you make? What's the difference between a left and a right stroke?
We are not Dr. Ruth's experts here. Because one of those means something. I don't know.
I mean, that was the most easiest line right there. All eyes on me, and I'll send them the puck. Yes, I got that. That was very specific. No, not at all close, but you will get a lot of attention nonetheless. Stroke to the left, a little player.
What was the one song? It was "Stroke It to the East."
Stroke it to the left.
Is that what we're talking about?
I be stroking.
I be stroking.
That's what I be doing. I be stroking.
I don't know. Some lines I wonder are they just throwaway lines? Because some people just say some stuff. I'm like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Mm-hmm. You ever heard Eminem's album at all?
I loved it.
There's The Death of Slim Shady.
Yeah, I don't like. He was like, you know, when people say stuff like he kept doing this. Mm-hmm. I'm about to get canceled for this, mm-hmm. and then he'd do something that was like this. He kept saying like, I know Gen Z is not gonna like this, but. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, stop giving your disclaimers. Just do what you do. Mm-hmm. That's my only complaint about it, because he kept doing it, like flowing for sure. Mm-hmm. It's a movie. Mm-hmm. Every single track told a story. Mm-hmm. He just kept saying, I know I'm gonna get canceled for this, but blah 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 blah. Just, and it's like, oh gosh, dude, you feeling self-conscious about it.
I don't think he's feeling self-conscious. I think it's a challenge to cancel him.
Okay.
I think it's what Chappelle did, mm-hmm. and he's like, I'm uncancelable. I'm gonna prove it. I'm going to say all these things I'm not supposed to say.
But why do you have to say that every single track?
Because I think it's a challenge. It's a call out.
No, it is a disclaimer.
I don't think so.
It's 100%. If I say, listen, every time you have sex with your girl's like, I ain't had sex in a long time, so if I come quick, just know. Like it's like you keep trying to have like this little pun intended condom just in case something happens. So if somebody say, we're going to cancel for them, it's like, oh, he told us, look at that. Go to just the verse before that.
I thought about doing a schedule called Are We Canceled Yet?
Yeah.
Right? And it's pretty much to see what I'm going to keep doing until it's a challenge to come cancel this. I'm not saying like, I'm not going to get canceled for this. Don't cancel me though.
That's what you're saying.
But I'm saying I'm going to do this because I think it's funny. I think it's dope. This is how I feel. Come do it. Come cancel.
It's 100% a disclaimer.
I don't think so. I interpret it differently.
Because you're giving no disrespect. Is that one of those things of like, I know you're gonna hate me for this, so it's kind of like what you about to say? Because if I said, I don't like you because you're shaped like a potato, Chaz, mm-hmm. versus saying, I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, bro. Now it's kind of like a little disclaimer. It's like, be easy on me, what I'm about to say. Because now it's kind of like, I'm preparing you for me being mean.
But we are friends, right?
If Paul said it, damn, dude, stop moving.
Well, it's different. It's a different relationship. He doesn't have a good relationship with Gen Z. Gen Z tried to cancel him before. Yeah. And it's like, you guys are 20 years too late to try to cancel him right now, you know?
Right.
So it's different if I haven't seen you in like a long time. You be like, Chad, you still shaped like a potato? And I be like, damn, like I ain't seen you in 30 years, dog. Why the heat? But if you're like, hey, Chad, hey, forgive me for saying this. You look like a potato. And I still be like, hey, it's been 30 years. Why you say, I don't have a different relationship with what you said.
Right.
Just because you gave your disclaimer. Mm-hmm. But now if you came in, you was like, hey, watch, he gonna get mad. Hey, Chad, no offense.
That's exactly what Eminem is doing.
But then that's the challenge. If you go, you're going to get mad. They're going to get mad about this. I'm going to say it anyways. That's the challenge.
Oh, my gosh. You don't get it.
I do. We interpret it differently. We just disagree.
Because he wins both ways. That's what I'm saying. You ever had somebody say, look, because if he goes this way, like, watch they about to get mad for this. Gen Z, you guys are all this, and this. And he's like, I told you. Or if he got away with it, he still wins. Because he's like, man, they didn't say nothing. So it's like saying, watching my favorite basketball team, the Clippers, playing in the finals. I know they're going to lose, man. They're not even prepared. I know they're going to lose. I told you they're going to lose. But they win. My team won. I won both ways.
No, you don't.
What are you talking about? This is my favorite team. And I'm hating on my own team. If I'm saying, look, they're going to get mad for this, I'm hating on myself.
But you're hating it for a different reason. You're not challenging them to do better. Right? You're not like, hey man, I know y'all gonna lose, but you're doing this for yourself. Like, I'm trying to psych myself out. Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm not disappointed if they do lose. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think he's doing that. That's why we interpret it differently.
All right.
It's not like you're going like, man, I know y'all gonna lose, man. Y'all ain't prepared. You ain't talking to them. Paul George come over and whoop your ass. Well, he probably heard his knee on the way. And he's gone anyways. Mm-hmm. But I think that it would be a different.
Just like Dave Chappelle doing the same thing. He says the same thing. He was like, the LGBT community gonna hate me for saying this. And it's like, imagine the community saying this, like hearing it. It's like, yeah, we are mad, and we gotta kind of say something, don't we? It's like we're just falling right in his trap. We're falling right into his trap. We're promoting his album.
The trans community tried to cancel Chappelle, and they failed. Right? They
Sure, he's still around.
Not only is he still around, he did another special with Netflix afterwards.
About it, yeah, several.
Right? So Chappelle said, "Well, my tour's still selling out. Right? I can't be canceled.
All I'm saying.
I took the challenge. I called you out.
Right. But what I'm saying is, Chaz, if he doesn't give disclaimers, I'm totally fine with it. Do your thing. Tell your truth. But don't kind of like.
I think, like I said, we interpret it differently.
Sure. All right.
Because I don't see it as
sugarcoating it.
I don't think it's a sugarcoat. I think that's a call out. It's a call out. Gen Z gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Come get me. Come cancel me. But y'all can't. I'm uncancelable. Eminem go on tour right now. He gonna sell out. Mm-hmm. He's uncancelable. Houdini's song sucked. Mm-hmm. That's the only song I really, really, absolutely hate.
The single.
Ugh. I was like, but it did definitely sound like an old Eminem song.
Yeah, he always do that.
Which is the point
with his opening.
The Slim Shady.
Right.
I get the point of it, but I thought it was actually a dope album as well. I got JID ripped on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
And I like that new dude.
That song Toby ripped.
Yeah. What's his name?
That was Big Sean and Baby Tron.
Right. Is he from Detroit?
I don't know.
He better be.
Probably.
I was like, had these two Detroit people on here.
He ripped on
as well. Is he white, black? He ambiguous?
I didn't even look him up.
He
had a Filipino rapper on there somewhere also.
It could be him.
No, I forgot that dude's name.
Because the Baby Tron looks like a light-skinned dude with long, great white hair, though.
I haven't even looked him up. I was just kind of like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah. Because the whole time when he was rapping, I was like, Big Sean's voice sounds different. Oh, this is not Big Sean.
Biggie said he was homie kidnaps kids on the track. I still don't get why. Well, Biggie said his homie kidnaps kids on the track. Biggie said a lot of wild things. Yeah. If you want to talk about wild lines, and that's why I feel like Eminem got a lot of the boldness from, because Biggie says stuff that black people wouldn't say.
To this day.
You'd be like, that's not something I would say out loud, Biggie. That's wild. I want regional rap culture and sounds back. You acting like your daughter, Dion. Big sis, Chris.
I don't even know what that means.
How much that? What's up, Twilla? I guess the way you were arguing.
What do you think he is?
I don't know what he is. He looks like a school shooter. That's what he looks like. That looks crazy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap up. We're going to do another episode. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Lacronia Chaz.
No. Check, please. Do you mind if I give them some more?
Yes, please.
A lot of laughs we're cooking up in this podcast. X's high key, the live stream. Positive conversations except we finna get dark as elbows and Wesley. Sort of popular like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Mr. Chaz Rogers. Big ready for Lansing. I'm lactose. ENT. I guess we paying for the bill, so give us another check, please.
Should have got some water. Super dry.
Zip it up and zip it out.
Super dry. All right, we're going to do another episode, man. Yep. All right. For those who are watching on the YouTube or listening on the audio, thank you guys so much for supporting. Mm-hmm. It keeps growing. So finally on the audio, we hit 1,000 downloads total.
1,000 downloads is huge, y'all.
Total. And I think we've only been up a few months on the audio side. So appreciate y'all. And then we're doing about 500 to 600 a month, something like that. It's growing. So it's growing a lot online. Appreciate y'all on the audio. And then this is growing. I think we're probably doing 6,700 views.
Yeah, we growing.
So it took a while to start growing, but now it's moving. So appreciate y'all.
That's what she said.
Hey, yo. So please keep telling your friends, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah.
All right. I'm going to change into another salmon color.
Oh, we got 2 salmon color.
I mean, something like that.
They were on set. You got the pack? Can I just get all these together? All right, we out.
Yep.